say Jerome in the house. I say Jerome in the house. Watch your mouth. What's up, y'all? It's me, Jerome. Back again. Another video. Story time. So, I was thinking about this story. Well, I ain't even gonna say the story. I was thinking about this situation. Actually, I wasn't. No, I was. I was thinking about this situation just a few minutes ago because I was like, what am I going to tell my followers about? What am I going to tell my viewers on? And I want to recap, or not recap, I want to talk about the Tinder swipe I had some time ago. So, here it goes. And it's not what y'all think. But, what happened? How can I start this story off? You know what? Just tell y'all all the way from the beginning, right? Here we go. So, I don't know if you guys know this. Well, some of my friends do know, but I had to leave and go out of town for, probably like a week and a half. I sitted for my nieces. So, went out of town and sitted for my nieces. And y'all, when I tell you, oh my God, being a parent is a hard ass job. Woo! So, in a nutshell, I have an 11-year-old or a 12-year-old niece now, and a 1.5-year-old niece. So, it's like night and day. And it's night and day. That's all I can say. I had a wonderful time with them. I loved them to pieces, but it was a lot. It was like I had to give part of myself to the 11-year-old or 12-year-old now, and then I had to give all of myself plus more to the 1.5-year-old. Like, it's a job. And you know what, y'all? Shout out to the parents out there. Definitely shout out to the single parents out there, because I don't know how the hell y'all do it. It was like, for instance, like my oldest niece, she's self-sufficient. So it's just like, whatever, to a certain extent. And she stays up late, so it's whatever. The youngest one gets up super early. I don't know if y'all know about me, but I sleep late as hell. So that first weekend with them was like, oh my God. I call myself doing like a little trick with them, y'all. And I'm going to get to the root of this story. But I caught myself doing a trick with them where I was trying to keep the little one up like way past their bedtime or her bedtime. And so my oldest niece was like, Uncle Rome, you know she's going to get up early because she's going to be hungry. And I was like, oh my God, you're so right. So I called myself fixing her something to eat so she can eat and lay down on it. I think I laid her down probably about 11:30. Her bedtime was normally 9:30. Y'all, when I tell you that little one woke up and rocked the house at 6:15 a.m. I have not seen 6:15 a.m. on a Saturday since I don't know when. When I tell you I was over. And I was more so over because I was trying to balance myself out with my uncle duties. So like when the little one went to bed, me and the oldest one would do more bonding. And so I believe that particular Friday night, we made a cake together, and then after we made a cake together, we bought a game. Yeah, we bought a game, and we ended up remixing the rules and made it our own, where we didn't go to bed till like almost 2 o'clock in the morning. And matter of fact, we probably went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning because when we were done with that one game that I had bought her a few days before, she put out some Uno cards, and I love some Uno. But yeah, she woke me up at 6:15 in the morning, and I was over it. So my weekend was just like busy. Now, to the root of the story, remember I was telling y'all about the Tinder date I swiped right on, and he swiped right, and that was it. So, he had an issue. I shouldn't say he had an issue. Yes, I should say he had an issue. He had an issue with me not being as, what's the word I'm looking for? What in the fuck is that word I'm looking for? Consistent. I wasn't as consistent as I was before traveling to go take care of my nieces for a week and a half. And I get his point, y'all, before y'all be like, what? Wait a minute. So I wasn't consistent, and this is the thing. I wasn't consistent because I was on another time frame. I was in another time zone, and so when I did have free time, I would reach out to him, but he was busy or he was asleep or whatever the case was. Because I did call late. Like I remember one night I did call probably about 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock my time. And so I was an hour behind where, I'm at now in Atlanta. And so I do know he do go to bed early, but I was trying. Other times I could have called him. I probably couldn't because that kid, oh my gosh, I shouldn't even say that. But the kid was really busy. It was like when she was quiet or when I didn't have to deal with her as much, it was like I was trying to sit back, relax, gather my thoughts and everything else. Plus I was still working, so I was trying to balance work too. It was like I was trying to balance work. I was trying to balance the kids. I was trying to make sure they're good. I had to cook, I had to clean, I had to do a lot of stuff just to make sure they're comfortable. And hell, make sure my ass is comfortable too because, I like stuff in order. So that was that. Anyway, got back to Atlanta and he ended up calling me. Let me see, I got back to Atlanta around 8:30. He called me probably around 9:30-ish. And he was like, hey, and I said, oh my God, I am so glad you called. I was like, I'm unpacking right now. I said, but I can talk. So he was like, oh no, that's okay. You're busy. You need to unpack your clothes. Go ahead and handle your business. It's fine. I was like, I can do two things at one time. I got my AirPods in. I'm good. I said, I'm just trying to get everything in order, because I can't go to sleep with, stuff packed up and all that good stuff. And so the first thing he come up with is that, I wasn't being consistent. And so I apologized for not being consistent. And then I gave him my reason. And before I give a reason, or during I give the reason, sometimes after, I will also add in that's not an excuse, but this is my reason. And basically I told him what was going on. Now, prior to me telling him this, he already knew that I was going out of town for a week and a half to go, fend for my nieces. And he also know I don't have no goddamn kids. So anyway, that was that. So he got on my case really hard, y'all. Like when I say he got on my case hard, he was just like, you're not being consistent. You're not, I tried to call you several times. You said you was going to call me back and you never did. And I heard him out. And so after he told me everything, I was like, listen, you're absolutely right. I apologize. The thing is that I did try to call you back. So he told me I called him back one time, but y'all was more than one time. He was just asleep. And you know what? I'm going to let him win that one because if I did call him back, I probably called him maybe 2, no more than 3 times for the week and a half I was gone as far as returning the call. And we did talk when I was gone. We probably talked once, but we did talk. Other than that, I was trying to call my mama because I was trying to get a good balance on life and how she did it. So that was most of my conversation was like, Mom, how do I do this? What do you do when this happens? And so on and so forth. And then plus keeping up with my brother and my sister-in-law because I wanted to let them know what was going on throughout the day with their kid. Needless to say, they probably didn't care, but, I was just trying to put myself in their shoes. If I leave my kids, with someone for, some time, I would like some feedback on what's going on with my kids so I can have a connect. So that was that. And shit rest. And so anyway, he didn't like that, or whatever the case may be. And so I told him, I said, look, I'm here now. I can make it up to you. I do apologize again about it. I said, but at the end of the day, we just met. I don't have any kids and I was trying. I was like, you couldn't have reached out and was like, hey, I know you ain't got no kids and I know that you're probably struggling right now. I'm here if you need me. I'm here to help, whatever the case may be. But he didn't do that. And I didn't trip on that. I just told him that's something that he could have did. Because my thing is if you're suggesting things that I should do for you, then shit, I'm finna suggest some things too. So he didn't like that. And my thing is I had to bring it back to the basics with him because he told me when we first met that he has a kid. Now, granted, the kid is grown as hell now, but I do remember a conversation he had with me where he said there was a point in time in his life where he didn't date as much or he didn't date or something to that effect. But I do know he told me that he dedicate like 100% of his time to his child to make sure his child had a good upbringing. So now it's making me question, did your motherfucking ass lie about that? Because shit, all I did was just leave for about a week and a half, and I'm trying to make sure that my nieces are good, they not missing their parents, that they still getting the uncle spoiled treatment that they want to have or they should have. And shit, you complaining about me not returning no call. Like, hell, give me a break. You know, I'm coming back to Atlanta free and clear, and you tripping about this. So child, that was that. Some other stuff went down about that, but I had shut that down because I was like, look, I'm not fit to sit up here and argue with you about my family. I told you what it was. I told you what it is. I'm here now. What's up? The only thing you could have did was try to reach out. And y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know. Because maybe I'm just built up like this. Maybe. But when I first meet someone, I don't put expectations into the relationship. And I say that wholeheartedly because when I meet someone, they have a past, just like I have a past. They have stuff going on. If someone wants to make time for you, they will make time for you. Yeah, if someone wants to make time for you, they will make the time for you. And that's that. And my thing is, if something is going on, there's understanding. Like, for instance, I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. There was a gentleman I was talking to, speaking to, like a whole group of us talking to this one gentleman. And he told us what his wants were in a relationship. Not his needs, what his wants were. And I understood what he was talking about. And so did the rest of us. We understood as well, because as he was speaking and when he was done, I cut him off and I said, y'all, there's nothing wrong with what he said. He gave you his wants and what he needs. He needs to find someone that wants to be with him. They have to be compatible with that individual. They have to understand what his drive is and what his want is. And once they get that, they're good. They're going to mesh well together. So back to the story at hand, if that guy really wanted to be with me, I don't think he would complain about it. That's how I see it. He wouldn't complain about it. He already knew that I was leaving. We was already talking on a consistent basis. I believe he talked to me while I was traveling there. And that was just the hype of my conversation when, my brother was, warming me up and telling me, what things to expect and so on and so forth with the kids. And we're going to do A, B, C, and X, Y, Z before we leave. So that way you can, get your hands wrapped around, going to daycare and doing this for the kid and getting the kid dressed and doing this and doing that. And just everything that comes with a fucking parent. So I was already telling him about it because that was the guy that I was talking to mostly. So I don't know. Maybe he forgot. I don't know. Maybe he wanted all of my attention or whatever. I don't know. So anyway, that story or situation was over with, and that was that. So we got that over with. Now, in a nutshell, I did want to cut him off then because I was like, I'm not fit to sit here and argue with this grown-ass man after we done had a conversation about something simple. And my thing is, let's save an argument for something that's important, not about, me not being consistent because I'm taking care of my nieces. Like, that's crazy. So anyway, after that happened, some days went by, yada, yada, yada. And mind y'all, I'm going to take y'all back to the original video. We only went on one date and that was it. So it's nothing too far-fetched. And I've been to his house 3 times. He's been to my house 1 time. No, we have not had sex. No, we have not did anything else. We haven't did nothing at all. So with that being said, what else happened? It was something happened that was crazy the other night. I kept telling him I wanted to see him, wanted to spend some time with him. And so this particular day he had called me and I was at work. I was actually in the office that day. And matter of fact, this was like a few days after I got back from my nieces and us having that conversation. And so he told me he was going to the gym, which he always goes to the gym every day after work. That's nothing new. But this particular day that we spoke, he told me that, he was going to the gym. He wanted to touch bases with me because after the gym, he was going to go hang with some friends. And so the conversation ended up being like that. But then when he called me when he was leaving the gym, I guess they changed plans. And he was like, you know what? I really don't want to do anything. I'm just going to go ahead and have drinks at them. They're at a spot right up the street from the gym. So I'm just going to go just like this. So that was cool. So he went to the gym. Came from the gym, went to the restaurant. That was that. We got off the phone. Meantime, in between time, I was just doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, later on that evening, took me a shower, got myself ready for bed, got in bed, started winding down, playing me a little Uno, and that was that. This man calls me, y'all, at like 12:30 at night, which is cool because, I live by myself. I'm not with no one, and I don't owe anybody nothing because I'm in the dating phase. So it is what it is. And so he called me, and the first thing he says, "What you doing?" And I said, "I'm in bed, winding down, playing Uno, and looking at YouTube." He said, "Why don't you get into bed?" No, not get into bed. "Why don't you get out the bed and come over my place and get into bed with me?" I said, "No." And he was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because first off, we're just dating. Second off, I'm already in the bed." So then he said, "Well, I got to go home and I got to walk the dog," and something else he said. We'll just keep it to walking the dog. He got to go walk the dog, take the dog out, or whatever the case may be. And it'll be easier if I come over. So I said, if you're that concerned, you just come over here. And he was like, "Well, I can't come over there." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. You sure can't come over here." I said, "But the dog is not my responsibility. That's between you and that dog and whoever else you got that dog with, if that was the case." I said, "We're not doing that." So he was just like, "I don't understand why you just can't do what I say." First of all, nigga, we're just dating. And second off, you guys may not know this, but I'm 40 years young. With that being said, damn, I can't believe I told y'all my age. But with that being said, I've been through life for some time, or I've been dealing with life and adulting for some time, as the men that I date as well. Dating me does not equate to you trying to tell me what to do, or me just kind of let loose on things that I should be doing. I don't even know how to say it because it's so fucking retarded what he said. But at any rate, I'm not finna just get up out my bed and go to that man's house. Plus, at the end of the day, I don't even fuck with niggas. Ugh, I need to watch my mouth. No, I need to say it. I don't fuck with niggas that I date like that. Like, no, I'm not even feeling you like that. Like, you haven't even showed me nothing. All we did was go on one date. I went over your house, a couple of times, or a few times actually, more than two. And you came over my home once, and we don't do all that. And then so, as we're still talking and going back and forth about nothing, he was like, "I just don't understand, you always undermine me, you never, you always be trying to push me around and tell me what to do." And I'm just like, look, we didn't even get into all that. So to rewind the story and to catch y'all up, he has this big thing about dominance versus being submissive, masculine, femininity, and all that stuff like that. Like, he's in that world. I don't know what to say about that. Because I do know I was with a guy before, and he told me I was too dominant for him. But the thing is, I'm 40 and I'm single, and I've been through stuff. And, you have to show somebody that you can do things without them worrying about it. You also have to put an extra foot forward to let that person know, or to let people know that you're really serious about being with them. And with that being said, this is not someone that I talk to on an everyday basis. This is someone that I am consistent with, where if he call, I'll answer. If I call, he'll answer, and that's that. And our phone calls don't be no more than 2 to 3 minutes tops. And at the beginning of our date, or not the beginning of our date, at the end of our first date, he did some things and said some things that I did not agree on. So I already knew that it was going to be a challenge if I wanted to be exclusive with him. And I knew it was going to be a challenge because I just wasn't that really into him. Yeah, I just really wasn't that into him. And so a lot of people would say, "Well, Jerome, why you kept him around and why you kept conversing with him?" Sometimes you just fall for someone and you be like, "Wow, this may be the one." I don't know. And plus, he was a bit interesting, but not that goddamn interest for me to get out my bed and get in his. Like, we've never did that before. And plus, we're grown ass men. When two grown men get together and they're both on that same tip, shit happens. And I don't know about y'all, but I ain't trying to sit up there and bond with no motherfucker at no 12 o'clock at night. We finna do something, we together. So I know that this black man keeps himself from the black man, so that way I won't do no crazy shit. So that's that. Another thing that, really got my guard, which he did this and a lot of other guys did it too. The first thing he asked me when we was talking, he was like, "Do you know how to cook?" And I guess that stemmed from, his dominance or being domineering. And then me telling him that, I'm originally, from the South. And so he asked me if I know how to cook. And when guys tell me that, I used to answer it and be so excited about it. But now I'm not that excited about it because I'm like, nigga, you want me to cook for you and I just met your monkey ass. Like, But he asked me did I know how to cook. So I was just like, nigga, do you know how to mount a TV? Hey, his dumb ass talking about something now, but I know how to pay someone to get it done. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I know how to pay someone to cook then. And so that stemmed down to a whole nother discussion or whatever. But my thing is this. Fellas, you got to be mindful of what you ask people. And that go for a gay, straight, or indifferent. You have to be mindful of what you ask people, what you want or what you like. Because my thing is, if you're asking something, make sure that you come to the table with something. And I'm not trying to say I'm Superman around this camp, but shit, my ass can do a whole lot. And I say that really easily because my ass can mount a TV. I can hang a chandelier. I could do some electrical stuff around the house, like change light switches and stuff like that. I know how to paint. I could do a little bit of interior designing. If I need to know how to do something, I'll just get on YouTube and figure the shit out. So there's a lot of stuff that I can do that I don't need nobody else to help me with. Now, don't get me wrong. If you could do a lot of those things or some of those things and alleviate that pressure from me, then I'm going to welcome you with open arms because I think that's the deal, or that's how I want my setup to be in a relationship where I can forget about some stuff or I don't have to worry about things. So for instance, if the nigga asks me, can I cook? Yeah. But if I got a fucking TV that's sitting in the damn living room or in the dining room or in the bedroom or wherever the case of the goddamn TV, and I was like, hey, babe, when you come over, can you put the TV on the wall for me and you can put it up? We good, because I ain't got to worry about that. That's one thing that I don't have to worry about, I don't have to do. Now, if you got to pay someone to do it, I mean, you could pay someone, but I'm the type of person, when I ask for something, I want it right then and there. Some may say I'm wrong, some may say I'm right, but my thing is, that's who the fuck I want to be with. But anyway, back to the situation at hand. So we had a discussion about that, and he was so upset about me not coming over, and I was just so not worried because I was already in my bed and I had already took my bath, and that was that. And so anyway, as we talking whatever, and we went through whatever our spat was, he ended up getting to bed. And I was just like, is that the bed I hear? And he was like, yeah. I was like, you're not going to take no shower? He was like, no. Now, y'all, I called one of my friends, and I'm not even going to say what his occupation is, and I ain't even trying to read him, but I just could not believe he agreed with what that food did. But I get it. But the dude was saying that I'm not dirty. I know I went to the gym. I know I went out with my friends, but I got pajamas on. I'm fine. Now, my thing is, if I was wanting to be a damn hot box or a thought box that night and got in his bed, how many other times did he get in his bed and he had just came from the gym? And I know a lot of my friends tell me I'm OCD or whatever the case may be, but I'm a firm believer. When your ass step outside them doors, go wash your ass. It's all kinds of stuff going on. And that's one pet peeve I do live on. Wash your sheets regularly. And when I say regularly, once a week you need to change your sheets. If not once, at least do them twice a week. And then, not twice a week, do it once a week or every other week. You need to change your sheets off your bed. Another one is, when you get in your bed, you need to put some water on your body. That is it. Put water on your body. I know some people say they can't do that because, it wakes them up, whatever the case may be. But I'm just like, I can't get in your bed if it's like that. That's just me. I can't do it. So when he did that, that just turned me all the way the fuck off. It wasn't even the conversation about my nieces. It wasn't even the conversation about him going to the, not going to the gym. Oh, yes, it was. Him going to the gym and going to go have drinks with his friends and then want me to come get into bed with him. It was that goddamn bed and him not taking a bath. And I'm just like, ooh, I'm over it. Anyway, needless to say, he ended up calling me the next day to tell me good morning or whatever the case may be. But that was that. And I spoke to him. But I made a decision after that call that morning, more so that night, that I'm not talking to him no more. I can't deal with him no more. There's a lot of things about him that I do not like, and I'm not going to make myself like it. Especially when I'm sitting out here and I'm in the dating scene, and I'm trying to get what I really want, because at the end of the day, when these guys are dating me, they're getting what they want. They make a decision to either continue to talk to me or not talk to me. And that's that. And then I want someone that wants to spend a lot of time with me, but also is very understanding when things come up. And I'm like that as well too. And don't get me wrong, things will change. Because at the end of the day, if I feel like that I am really liking that person, I'm going to bend a couple of things that I normally did for one person that I'm going to do for this person. And that's just that. So I don't know, but the Tinder thing is done. It is over with. That swipe should have been a motherfucking left, and that was it. So I don't know. But what are y'all thoughts about it? What do y'all think about the hygiene situation, or what's y'all deal about hygiene? Am I the only one that has OCD about hygiene? I don't know. And then also, what do y'all think about the situation about the kids? Because that's a hard job. And don't get me wrong, I did try to call y'all. I did try to call. I mean, a lot of people I call on a regular. I didn't really get to reach out to them like I wanted to. And I don't want to blame it on my nieces, but shit, that's a hard job. That is a hard fucking job. Oh my God. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. These mothers out here that been doing it for so long, somebody to create a motherfucking business, get a van, and just sweep up kids for like one motherfucking day and just drop their asses off, because it is hard. Them kids have you running. Y'all, it was like I was on my own schedule. And y'all, let me tell y'all, I don't believe in polyamorous relationships, but shit, you need a motherfucking third adult in there with them kids. It's just so much like, look, we all finna be in the entanglement because we got these goddamn kids we gotta raise, and this is a hard motherfucking job. Y'all, it was like, we got up in the morning. First of all, let me tell y'all this about the kids. I had to have a talk with my niece every morning. Not the oldest one, that young one. Y'all, let me tell y'all, it works, y'all. When y'all go into a situation with somebody and y'all want to be positive, you got to speak positivity into the air. Y'all, I wake up early in the morning, get myself together, log onto my computer, make sure everything is good. And then I go upstairs, I wake up my niece, and really don't have to wake her up because she already in that stage of about to be wake up, because I had already set up that her ass going to daycare every day, except the weekends. But every day her ass was going to daycare, and I walking out, open up that door, and I start smiling. I'll talk to her nicely. I said, look, we finna have a talk. We're going to have a great day today. We're going to have fun today. We ain't going to be doing all that fussing, giving her a little pep talk, playing with her as, she waking up, and playing with her as, I'm changing her and getting her face wash and all that. And, at the end, as I was finished with taking care of the kids, I noticed that with little kids, they're kind of like older people. The thing is, you just have to talk to them and get them situated, and you have to set them up for what you're about to do. So like the first couple of days was kind of hard because I was trying to like get her together. She was whining. But if I just tell her what I'm about to do, she'll set me up for success. So it got easier towards the end. But anyway, get her ready, put her in front of that goddamn Pepe the pig, or Peppa, I don't know what the hell the name of that damn pig was, but that was her show. Get her food, let her watch it, put her in that car seat, take her to that daycare, come home. I'm getting my work together. I'm getting my lunch together. I'm getting the oldest one up. I'm trying to figure out what she want to eat. Do we go out to eat? Do we stay at the house? What do we do? I'm still working. Go to the daycare. I go to the store, whatever. I cook dinner. I'm cleaning up. I'm putting them in a tub, or putting the youngest one in the tub, putting her in bed. And then I have to spend quality time with my oldest niece, so then we'll play a game of Uno or something, Monopoly, we'll do something. Because I was trying to be active in both of them. So it was kind of easy for the oldest one because she didn't want to be bothered. So she in that stage where she almost grown but ain't grown. So I could deal with her like in the evening time. So we'll do more so our bonding later on. And that was that. But it was fun. It was fun. And I'm glad that I did it because I love them girls. And I miss that interaction. So it was cool. It was really cool. I really enjoyed myself. Even though that bitch ass nigga, said what he said, it didn't do anything to me. But anyway, I'm rambling, I'm talking, or whatever the case. I want y'all to drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this situationship. Also, hit me up on my email if y'all have any suggestions or ideas on future videos or anything that y'all want. Conversations with Jerome at Gmail. And also, tell a friend, sister, mother, cousin, brother, or enemy about my channel. I want y'all to like, share, to subscribe. So, subscribe to my channel so I can tell y'all more of my stuff. But anyway, it's me, Jerome. I will holler at y'all later and talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.